After losing at South Dakota State 51-13 last year, the Duquesne Dukes probably needed a blizzard to even the odds for today's second-round FCS playoff rematch. And it turns out that even Mother Nature couldn't do enough to stop SDSU. It was windy and cold, but flake-free at the start of today's proceedings at Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium. And on the opening drive, SDSU did what they do best, score. Darren Christian on the rollout, flings it 43 yards to Cade Johnson. This touchdown catch is his 16th of the year, tying Jake Winicke's single-season record. Puts SDSU up 7-0. Second quarter, Jacks give it to redshirt freshman Isaiah Hill. It's his first career carry and his first career touchdown. 23 yards, it's 14-0. Late in the half, Duquesne at midfield, going for it on 4th and short. As you see the snow starting to come down, Christian Roseboom says, no, you're not getting that. And then on the next play, Pierre Strong, all he does is run for long touchdowns. This one a 52-yarder as SDSU leads 24-0 at the break. In the third quarter, that play to Hill works so nice, so why not do it twice? 15 yards on the reverse this time. It's 30-6. Then the play of the day on their next series, Brookings native Mikey Daniel gets the call from the 27. He straight up hurdles a dude in the blizzard and goes for the touchdown run. Take a look at the replay of this one more time. Mikey had 2 touchdowns and 100 yards in that whoop kind of moment. And oh yeah, the defense got in the scoring action too. Zy Mosley with a 43-yard pick six. SDSU scored 51 in last year's season opening win on a nice day in August. They scored 51 in a blizzard, 51-6, as SDSU runs for 326 yards, showing how versatile they are.
We knew that other guys had to step up, and Pierre's done a phenomenal job of that. And then myself, just kind of knew that we were going to need to lean on us a lot more, I think we kind of hit it, in all strides, and we just wanted to keep building on that.
We prepared a lot through the week to stop their run because they're a heavy run team and they'll RPO. And I think we just prepared well for them and did a good job.
Really, in that environment, an unbelievable game. Really proud of our defense. Excited the way we ran the football in those conditions. And I'm proud of each one of those 64 guys that put on that blue jersey because they came to play, and it was a fun game to be part of.
And the Jacks will head on the road next week for the quarterfinals. Kennesaw State, the 4th seed, beat Wofford barely today, 13-10. That'll be in Atlanta. Game time has just been announced. It'll be Saturday at 1 o'clock. Jacks and Kennesaw State in the FCS quarterfinals. Plenty more to come on that. Well, you remember that SDSU and Iowa State game that got canceled back at the start of the year by lightning? Cyclones eventually rescheduled non-scholarship Drake today, the same team we've seen get whipped by SDSU and USD. But in the third quarter, Grant Kramer's 19-yard touchdown pass to Devin Cates gave Drake a 24-20 lead. Iowa State was a 41-point favorite and ranked 23rd in the FBS. And eventually the Cyclones figured out what was going on. They throw a touchdown there from Brock Purdy to Shante Jones. Iowa State avoids what would have been one of the biggest statistical upsets ever, 27-24. US Bank Stadium will host the 2019 Men's Final Four in April, and this weekend they're hosting several games as a test run for it. While the Final Four probably isn't realistic for South Dakota State, a victory over Northern Iowa could certainly help their NCAA tournament resume if they get back to the big dance. The Jackson Panthers playing the final game of the day at the Vikings Purple Palace. Mike Dahm making like he's at Frost Arena with that slam. SDSU out of the early lead, and it only expanded. Here comes David Jenkins Jr. Missed the last game with a sore heel. He left UNI sore. Jackrabbits grab an 11-point lead, and it really got bigger. Look at Skylar Flatten on the reverse. He's pumping them up. Jack's up 40-25 at the break, and that Dom guy was dominating. Great reverse at the hoop right there as State builds a nearly 30-point lead, and everybody getting off the bench, getting in on the fun. That's Alex, or actually that's, I can't remember who that is. I don't have my roster right now. Either way, the point of the matter is the Jacks get an 82-50 win. That was a Lou Dillon, by the way. Congrats on that buck, and congrats on a big win, SDSU. Well, with USD's volleyball season ending in the NCAA tournament last night, it's full steam ahead for Coyote basketball, and the women are giving fans in Vermilion plenty to be excited about. They might be closing in on a national ranking if they keep piling up victories behind Wednesday night's 23rd Iowa State upset victory. Today they host a Green Bay team that upset ranked Missouri, but it's coming off a 30-point loss to SDSU on Thursday night. Taylor Frederick step back Bobby Jack. She cans the triple. USD up 13-7 after one, and it's Madison McKeever going in for the drive and getting the runner off the window to go. She had a good night herself, and the Coyotes do hang on to get the victory 55-49. We're going to have more highlights of this one on our website. The USD men faced Bakersfield after that, and they had a pretty strong go from the game from the get-go. And speaking of strong, here's Brandon Armstrong going to the hoop as the Coyotes get off the early advantage. And it's Tristan Simpson. A little bit of an okey-doke right here. He kind of looked like David Jenkins Jr. on that last highlight as the Coyotes led by 14 at the break, and their defense would turn up the pressure in the second as Stanley Amude steals and gets to Tyler Peterson, who finishes 2 of his 14 points the emphatic way as USD rolls 68-56. In Sioux Falls, a doubleheader at the arena with Augustana hosting Wayne State. We start with the men's game. Trevor Hansen with a layup for Augie, but the Vikings trail 18-9 in this one because Wayne State had a pretty good shooting night. Benjamin Dentlinger will drop the jumper as his team goes up by a 20-11 count. Now A.J. Plitzwide tried to stem the tide. He hits a 3 for Augustana. He led the Vikings with 14 points, and they would get to within 20-14, but it's Wayne State's game. They win 65-54. The Augie women do get a victory. We'll have those highlights on our website, KDLT.com. We're back in 1 moment.